Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 20 Week 10 BearCave games. We are back early game day today and some very interesting sim scores if I don't say so myself. Kansas State taking down Iowa State. We got Big Booty Bloomington taking down North Carolina. Things are going crazy this week. We'll see what happens on BearCave and game day, but it's a great slate. This is the last week where we can't have a duplicate game day. So from here on out, it is the best game of the week, the most impactful playoff games. So let's get it going. As always, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can jump in anytime, claim an open team, set your playbooks, recruit in the Discord, and build your way to a national championship. Ton of fun. Links are in any of our descriptions. If you are interested in more, you can check out patreon.com/the SFA. All right. Whew, man, tired. I'm going to the Nuggets game, so it's a 1 p.m. tip-off, so that's why we are doing this a little bit earlier. But as always, BearCave, the 10 best games of the week. We'll jump in, sim to the end. If it's a good game, we'll watch it. If not, we'll just keep on moving. We got Fi in here. We got Dog Water. Should be some good fun here tonight. Or, sorry, not tonight. This morning. It feels like night. It's still dark out here. On Sirius 8:15 start time. Come on, buddy. I did go live at 8. I was doing the Sims, bro. Yeah, we'll see about the unserious game days. But we're going to start in the Big 12. Colorado and Oklahoma. Winner is top of the division. It looks like Iowa State has been officially eliminated from this division. So Colorado at Oklahoma. Get your predictions in. Oklahoma is a 4-point favorite. This is TJ Nuke. Is Oklahoma back? That's the question against Trice McSquirtle. Or is TJ Nuke going to steal one from under their nose? So get those Bobanos going, and then we will get it moving here. Yeah, Trice McSquirtle is a really good player. So we're going to jump aboard the Colorado hype train. TJ Nuke. And we will get it going here. Oh man, tired. I'm getting old. I can't wake up as early. Alright, here we go. Oklahoma, Colorado. Bum 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 bum. Alright, heads and kick as always. And Oklahoma wants to receive the rock. Okay, getting aggressive here at home. They want to score in front of that home crowd to take the lead in the division. Colorado scores first. Oklahoma, though, right behind them. 7-all at the end of 1. Oklahoma trying to take the lead. Long drive, couldn't do it. Head to halftime, Colorado scores twice right before a 19-yard field goal. There must have been a turnover. That is a ball buster change of events here. Oklahoma now down 3. Is that going to be the game changer? No, Oklahoma ties it up. So we're going to go one play at a time here. Colorado driving it down. They stall out. Here we go. Under 4 minutes. Now McSquirtle can't get her done. Remember, we wait till the 2-minute mark. TJ Nuke, can they punch this home? First and goal, under 3 minutes. 4th and goal, they can't punch it in. What a defensive stop here from Oklahoma. And here we go, folks. 2 minutes, 5 seconds on the clock. Oklahoma can win this game. Trice McSquirtle. SFA IGR has a chance at a legacy drive here. We'll see what happens. All right, Trice again. Only 2-man rush. They're going to make him throw it. He yams it deep right-hand side and almost intercepted by Brian Jones. He couldn't quite take it. 300 yards on the day for McSquirtle. He is under 50% completion, however. 4 wide for Oklahoma. All they need is a field goal to extend the game. Hits his man over the middle, and that should be 7 for Lorenzo Woods, a top 5 receiver in the nation. 3rd and 3 now here for Oklahoma. Motion from the tight end. McSquirtle, 3-man rush. He steps up, geared up for a yam, and he is smacked down by the defensive end, Lonnie Thomas. Now it's 4th and 7. Game could be on the line. 4 wide. Can Trice keep the drive moving? Colorado could win it here and go to 7 and 2. Quick throw on the out route. He's going to get it with ease. What a play call here for Oklahoma. They are the best team in SFA history for a reason. This coaching staff knows what to do in the critical situations. Now approaching the 45-yard line. They are in yam range. Yamming it down the seam. Hits his man. They're to the 40. Here comes Oklahoma. And a touchdown here for Oklahoma would get them the cover as well. So BearCave points hanging in the balance. The snap 4 wide. Dumps that off again and trying to get out of bounds, but he goes out backwards. So they're going to have to burn the timeout. Kind of a misstep there from Mason, the running back. So 39 yards away, 40 seconds left. McSquirtle, the snap. He yams it to the out route and hits his man, and I don't think he went out of bounds. They're going to call him out. Adrian Gray got there. So 36 seconds now, 33 yards away. A snap. They're now going to go for the delay give. Not sure that was the right move. Clock is ticking. It's now 4th down. They thought that they could get a quick... Oh, they're setting up the field goal. All right, here we go. It is 49 yards from left hash to extend the ball game. So Oklahoma deciding to go for the really long field goal to try and push this to OT. 49 yards in a dream. Can Oklahoma tie the game? The kick is up and it is good. What a kick. So in game 1, we've got OT. What a hit. So now Colorado will start on defense. We'll see Oklahoma. Massive field goal. They trusted the kicker with all of their heart.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again.
So now fresh set of downs for the Sooners. They'll hand it off to McCutcheon. Runs over a man, goes down. Great start here to BearCave. Ryan Cummings on the tackle. Second and 11 to the pistol.
Let's go, defense.
Another handoff here for Oklahoma, and down he goes. McCutcheon can't do anything. So 3rd and 13, they're going to have to go 5 wide, burgers and fries. Empty set here. They bring 5, hits his man, it makes it a little bit better of a field goal. But a nice stop here for the Colorado faithful. So field goal unit back on out, 37 yards away. This one from center field. The snap, the kick, it's up and good. So clutch kick in here for Oklahoma, keeping them alive. But now it's time for TJ Nuke. Legacy moment. Can TJ Nuke send them to the top of the division? They float it out. There goes Reddick. He has the edge. He gets around him. Breaks a tackle. Touchdown, Colorado. They walk him off. Oh, what a run. Colorado takes the lead in the division. 7-2. Albert Reddick walks him off. And that is a Colorado outright victory to start BearCave. What a start, folks. Oklahoma goes down. And that is going to send Colorado as really the favorites now to make the Big 12 championship. Place they've not been since Cale McCarr was the running back. I think that's like 6 years ago. So Oklahoma tried to stay in it, but when you settle for field goals, you leave yourself exposed. They know that better than anybody. And Colorado takes advantage. So Reddick had a brilliant day, 2 scores. As always, we'll look at the stats here. TJ Nuke, 15 of 28, 209, and 2 scores. Reddick, 74 yards and a touchdown on the ground and through the air. On defense, Thompson had 13 tackles, 3 TFLs for Davis, 3 total sacks, no interceptions. Quite a few deflections and the forced fumble for Charles Kane. For Oklahoma, Trice McSquirtle, 31 of 58, 351 and a score. McCutcheon only 50 yards on the ground. Lorenzo Woods and Gray both went over 100 yards. On defense, Coleman, it was Harley Sewell, the SFA player, who couldn't get around him. The sack for Coleman. He had 3 TFLs as well. 5 deflections. The forced fumble for Harley Sewell, but they could not recover. And that will do it to start the day. Colorado outright. Oh, baby, what a start. Colorado in my CFP in the Big 2026 in the Big Season 20? What? Hell yeah. Colorado versus Wisconsin, round 1 of the CFP. Who says no? All right, so now we're going to go over to the Pac-12. There are 2 critical matchups today in the Pac-12. The 4 remaining team with playoff aspirations. First up is going to be USC and Oregon. So Coach Flame taking on Coach Chumtoad. Now for USC, they are the favorite here, 4.5 points, but they are on the ropes. A 4th loss would be absolutely brutal for them in not only the at-large conversation, but also trying to catch Stanford. So we'll see what happens. Big-time opportunity for Coach Flame. If you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive, and what jerseys. And for Oregon and Coach Chumtoad, quietly in his first season at Oregon, he is cooking. Only 1 loss. Welcome in, Vex Devs. Are you one of the new coaches, or are you UCF? All right, get your channel points going. Welcome in. I believe you barely lost today, unfortunately. So here we go. Autzen Stadium. Coach Flame in Oregon. All yellow. Did the USC fans come out to play? I don't know, but we're going to go kick for Coach Flame. Can Chumtoad shock the world and go 7-1? He starts out with a touchdown. USC responds. USC takes the lead. Oregon fighting back here, but they can't score. It's going to be 17-7 at the break, same as our opening round. game, and Oregon responds. Quick strike for USC, but Oregon coming back. Oregon not going away here. We'll see if they can punch it home. They do. All right, so we're going to go one play at a time now. Can Oregon get this ball back? Yes, they do. So Oregon has their chance. Oh, a penalty on 4th down is going to give USC a free drive here, but it's still 4th down. And it's an interception on 4th down. So Oregon's going to get their chance. We're jumping into another game, it seems. No, a fumble! USC gets it back. And last week they lost. And a interception on the first play. So USC fumbles, or Oregon fumbles, and then USC throws it away immediately. So now we jump in. Oregon has the ball on the 37. What is going on? So here we go. Schroeder, the quarterback, intercepts it. That's 3 straight turnovers. 3 turnovers on 3 plays. Nobody wants to win. Can USC run out the clock here? Surely. Can we get a 4th turnover in a row? It's been 2 straight passes intercepted for Cannon, and now he throws an incompletion right off the numbers. Demetrius Cannon, the SFA player, transfer from Florida, trying to finish this one out. Couple of first downs will do it for him. Hand off right side, Stiffy's a man, and down he goes. Can Chum Toad get one more chance? Remember, they are without Icky Otters. 3rd and 10. 3 to the right-hand side. Motion, running back by himself on a linebacker. Watch that. Yams it to the right side and can't get the first. So Oregon will get this ball back. 1:50 in a dream. Welcome in, Coach Pizza. So here we go. Oregon trying to stay at a 1 loss. Trying to make their case for an at-large spot in the CFP. Yeah, we had 3 straight turnovers on 3 straight plays. 1st and 10. Down by 3 for Oregon. Delayed give here. They run it. Great blocking to the left-hand side, and he's going to get out of bounds. Bruce Beers tracks him down eventually. Marcus Gilmore close to the century mark. Bruce Beers, brother of Bryce. Empty set for Schroeder. Oh, there goes Schroeder. What a move. Sticks his foot in the ground, and that gets him 9 yards.
That brings up 2nd and 1.
Second and 1, down to about a minute left. 1 timeout. Handoff. Schroeder keeps it, and there he goes. Another 9. They are in fringe field goal range now. Yeah, it was a pick, a fumble, and then 2 picks. 1st and 10. Tight end in motion. The snap. It's Schroeder. Oh, what a cut. They bring him down for the sack, though. 50 seconds left. They're going to have to hurry it up. Tremaine Clark on the play. USC trying to hold on, and they are just going to go and spike this one. Interesting idea on the spike. You lose it down, so now it's 3rd and 10. So you got to hope you get some yardage here before bringing out the field goal team. This would be 54 yards, a little bit too far. Snap. Schroeder. Going up for a yam. They'll luckily call that incomplete. So will they try the 54-yarder? No, they won't. They're going to go for it on 4th down, a little bit out of their range. So game officially on the line. Can Coach Flames save the day? The snap. It's Schroeder. He takes off. He has to get the first. Oh, he got smoked. What a hit. Down he goes, and USC's gonna win the game. An absolutely massive hit. I think he got hit through the offensive lineman. And that's going to be a USC no cover. So Oregon's going to take the L. This was a critical win for USC's playoff hopes. And they come up when it matters most. Bruce Beers in the defense. No help from Demetrius Cannon whatsoever. But they will take it. There it is. Triple zeros. And Oregon survives. So Oregon gets the payout. Big day for Matt Owens. 100 yards, 2 scores. Yeah, Oregon covered the spread. So that they won the payout. So 31-28. So the line was 4.5. So USC only won by 3. So Oregon wins it. So, but USC will go to 5-3. Maintains only that 1 loss in conference. And Oregon takes their first L of the season in Pac-12 play. Look at this hit. Ooh! Bruce Beers would have hit him anyways. He was cooked. Insane play to lose on there. But what a start to BearCave today. 2 great starts. We had some hilarious sim results today. Kansas State beating Iowa State. Also, Big Booty Bloomington taking down North Carolina. So Demetrius Cannon, 27-46, 328, 3 TDs, 3 interceptions. Nelson gets 110 on the ground. Owens gets 102 through the air. On defense, Robertson had 5 TFLs. What a game. He was the one with the big hit at the end. He had 3 sacks, 2 interceptions for this defense. The one fumble force was William Williams. Oregon Schroeder, 277, 3 TDs and 2 picks. Gilmore had 98 yards. Lumber, the SFA player, 8 for 105. And on defense, 2 TFLs here for Tyree. The sack for Tyree. Interception for Parker and Darby. Couple of deflections and the forced fumble for Louis. So 31-28 is your final. USC with the no cover, and we move on. And oh baby, we are going back to the Big 12. Back. All right, so this was a USC no cover. All right, D-Sleep. All right, Sir Pickleman. Flick the pick. Ed Flickelman, here we go. Let me know, Pizza. He wants the state pride here tonight. This is a 3.5-point favorite for the Longhorns. The Big 12 has been eating itself all season long. These two teams kind of on their last hopes for at-large bids, but they're both just trying to stay at par with Oklahoma State, trying to stay within range. So get your Babanas out. Let's see what happens. Pizza wants the state pride. And he wants heads and kicks. So here we go, folks. Pizza pride. Flickelman versus Bunkalupa. What could go wrong? 2 contenders with 2 god-awful quarterbacks. Here we go, DKR. Heads in kick here for Coach Pizza. And he does not get it. Oh, but Texas wants the ball. They're going to score. Bunkaloopa. Can they take charge? No, and a quick strike for Texas Tech. Oh, a quick strike for Texas Tech. They're raining nukes. The domestic terrorists are back. 21-0. 21-0 on the road. 28. It's a splattering at DKR. But wait, here comes Texas. The choke from Flickelman, 24 unanswered. Oh, what is happening? It's a one-score game. Not like this. Oh, a pick on Bunkaloopa. It's Breland Hobbs. Can they score? Yes, they do. Texas choking their own comeback here. Remember, we can't jump in unless they get this back within a score. They're just hanging on by a thread. Can they punch it home? Yes, they do. They got to go for 2, though, and they get it. So can they get this ball back? Yes, they do. Texas is going to get their chance, a 28-point comeback. Bunkaloopa's going to get his chance. What a game for Bunkaloopa. Pickleball. Ooh, we're at the 50, not like this. Two coaches who are scarred of years of bad quarterback play. Who's going to get the final skewer right to the dome? Bunkaloopa 18-45. God damn. Forget the Concepcion line. This guy's hovering over the Josh Allen line. 2nd and 10. Bunkaloopa, it's a screen. Ben Botello, Stiffy's a man. Somebody call Sprout Yahoo. Vex, I am a massive Josh Allen hater. 3rd and 11. Bunkersfield. And oh, what an open field tackle. Is that him? Is that who I think it is? Was that Delmar Wyckoff? I don't think so. I think Wyckoff's number 47. No, the safety. So 4th and a dream. Game on the line for Bunkaloopa. And he breaks the sack. Oh no, the humanity. Texas Tech takes over, but there's still timeouts left for Texas. Can Flickelman, will he do it again? They hand it to row your boat. Row your boat gently down the stream. Beerman, life is but a dream. 1 first down is all it takes for Flickelman. The snap, the handoff. Oh, what a hit. Row goes backwards. He's going upstream. We're going to get a throw. Flickelman, game on the line. Handoff, row. Can he get there? They're trying to strip him. Oh, he gets it. They gave up the first down trying for the strip. And D-Sleep's gonna lose. Texas Tech with the outright victory. They were up 28-0. And it was just enough to hang on. What a comeback, gutsy effort from Texas. But it looks like they are eliminated from the at-large contention here. They might still have an outside shot of making the CFP winning the division, but they're going to need some help. And for D-Sleep, he is going to be missing Victor Ross after this one. He tried his best, but he got swallowed up by Crispy Kramer and Louis Doty. And Coach Pizza gets it done. Congratulations. Flickelman survives for now. Now, if these are the BearCave games we get in the CFP, it's going to be a really fun first 2 rounds. We're 30 minutes into the stream. We're only 3 games into BearCave. $42-35 is your final. If we keep going at this rate, I might not be able to post recruits. Might have to wait for this evening or something. Prince Muhammad bin Pickleman. Bunkalupa strikes again. Bunka Yahoo. All right, so they had Burton and Halaban score some massive plays. So Pickleman 15 of 31, 293 scores. Bierman had 3 touchdowns, 98 yards. Burton had 151. Halaban only had those 2 catches. Drayton Bolt did nothing today. 3 TFLs for Kramer. No sacks. 1 pick for Breland Hobbs. 4 deflections. And the fumble for Colin Oliver. And for Bunkalupa, 20 of 47, 258, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Botello went for 137, 2 scores. Zervo, 6 for 111. And on defense, Baker with the 7 tackles, 2 TFLs for Smith. No sacks for either team today, no picks. 3 deflections and the forced fumble for Skylar Van Houten. So that is a Texas Tech outright victory to start the day. So 2 games in the Big 12 have both been classics so far. Of course, we always got to get our players of the game. So a TTU outright victory, and we will pay you guys out. So the underdog has won all 3 matchups here in the... So nobody's been able to cover today. And we move on. Next game, we're going back to the Pac-12. We're just pinballing here on the West. This one, Stanford and Washington. Coach Wynn, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive for Stanford. This is a 2-point favorite. So a chance for Washington to take the lead in the division over Oregon. And for Stanford, a chance to keep their lead over USC. So, massive game here. Even matchup. Corey Light time, baby. Let's see what happens. 5-2 for each team here. Both undefeated in Pac-12 play. Stanford currently one of the last teams in on the bubble. Remember, winning your conference gets you an auto bid. So a win here will be very nice for one of these teams. They may be able to suffer a Pac-12 loss. So here we go. Heads and kick for Stanford. Going up against Bo Bullet and the Huskies, the season 17 national champions. So here we go. Quick strike for Washington. Stanford responds with ease. Stanford takes the lead now. And we're at the end of 1. Great start here for Stanford. Stanford up 14. Can Bo Bullet respond here? It's 24-7. Not looking good for the home team here. 31-7. We may have a splattering on our hands. Stanford looking unbeatable here. Up by 3 scores. I don't think we're going to see a comeback of epic proportions, but they're only down by 10. And, oh, they missed the field goal. So Washington now, they have to score, and they don't. It's a 3-and-outs, and that is going to do it. Stanford, unless we see something crazy here, Stanford is going to win, and they are going to cover. So Stanford with the cover here. First game that we have not jumped into. So here we go. A lot of scoring on this one. 80 total points. Corey Light had 3 touchdowns, 331. That's a completion percentage. 235 for DeQuinton Sims, the SFA player. He also led the team in receiving yards. Looking like Malik Phillips on that one. Nob Sackville, 2 TFLs. No sacks, though. No picks for the defense. 4 deflections and the fumble for Anthony Terry. He did not recover. For Washington, Bo Bullitt, 2041, 287, 2 scores. Manning, 124. Corbett's the SFA player, 143 through the air. Singleton with 11 tackles. 2 guys with 2 TFLs. No sacks for them, so not a lot of sacks going on here on BearCave today. The fumble for Jamar Hart. He did recover, but they ended up losing. So Stanford goes to 6-2. They are the best team now in the Pac-12. In terms of power rankings, so Stanford should be projected in. So the South beats the North on both of these games. That is a Stanford cover. So USC and Stanford take down Washington and Oregon. So neither of those divisions really change much, but the overall look of the at-large race definitely changes. And here we go. We're going to the MAC, one of the most pivotal MAC games every year. Ohio Mania taking on Eastern Michigan, both undefeated in conference. This is currently the projected championship game, as remember, Kent State has a loss. So Ohio needs this win now more than ever. EMU is a 3-point favorite here, folks. Is EMU going to save Christmas? Is this the year of Bob Toledo? Or is Ohio Mania going to continue to run the MAC? Coach Black, if you're here, heads or tails, kick or receive? We'll jump on board with you, Slime. Let's get her done. The MAC conference, always a joy. We've had some fantastic games between these two programs the last couple of years. The MAC for a second looked like they might get a couple teams into the playoff, but now it's looking more than likely it'll be 1 or 2. And we might get to see our king, JC England, Dogwater. My king, my Pookie. So here we go. The MAC, we got some action. Next quarter, Ohio Mania strikes first. EMU responds. EMU takes the lead here on the gray turf. 21-7, Ohio Mania has got to respond. They only get a field goal, and they are going to give up more points. An 18-point deficit here at halftime for Ohio Mania. Not like this. 35-10. Can Ohio Mania scrounge something out of this? Oh, EMU. Diabolical game here from Eastern Michigan. And this is a splattering of sorts. Normally a very competitive matchup. Eastern Michigan looking like they may be the real deal this year. And that's going to do it. So EMU splatter is right. That's EMU with the massive cover. We'll pay you guys out immediately on that one. As you look at the scoring summary here, Rigsby, Zinracer, Shankakowski getting some action. 45-23 is your final. Nelly Streeter, 22-39, 283. Scoring a pick. Williams had 157. Rigsby, JC England had 81 yards. My king, my Pookie. 12 tackles. 3 TFLs for Van Fleet. 2 sacks. The pick for Stewart. 2 deflections. The forced fumble for Evan Richard. So now for Ohio Mania, it's going to come down to them versus Kent State here in a couple of weeks. 5 touchdowns today for Chase Hayden. 508 yards. Now that's a quarterback line. Zin Racer had 167. Jackson had 117 and 2 scores. Billy Barcelona only 55. TFL's 3 total ones. No sacks on the day. 1 pick for Torrin McLean, the SFA player. Forced fumble for Ryan Drew. And that will do it. All right. What a start to the stream. So we'll get our players of the game. Chase Hayden, massive game today. Maybe up for player of the week with that one. So this is EMU with the cover. And we move on. Next game on the slate looks like it is Wisconsin. My team taking on Purdue. We are 5.5-point favorites here over the spoiler makers and Coach Elvis. Can Wisconsin continue their epic comeback run of the season? 5-2 on the year. Our only losses are by 1 score to both Ohio State and Penn State, 2 top 25 teams. Looking for our second Big Ten win on the season. So can we finish the job? It was EMU splatter. Marvin Mims Jr., Broncos legend. All right, come on, Day-Day. Let's splatter these guys. I do not want to have to watch. Remember, guys, Purdue took down Iowa earlier in the year. They took Nebraska to 4 overtimes in a Game of the Year Classic. We do not want to keep this team around. Remember, last year we had trouble closing out games in the 4th quarter. We do not want that here today. We do not want that here today. Come on, boys. Please, I'm on my knees, Day-Day. And can we get Archer Gammon going? Huh? Can I get 1 200 game for Archer Gammon, please? Touchdown, Wisconsin. Nice start. 14! Come on. Come on. Yes! All right, I will take it. Please, I'm on my knees. 21! Can you do something for me? Oh my God, dude, we're just giving them frickin' free plays over and over. No! Come on, keep it at 2 scores. No matter what you do. Yes, 31. Come on. Come on, do not let them back in this game. Do not let them back in this game. 38, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, fumble for Mikhail Thera. Yes, we're so back. Can I get to bowl eligibility? After going 2-10 last year, the Wisconsin Baddies are back. We're back. We're going bowling. We're going bowling. So remember, that was Patreon Game of the Week pizza. And you guys voted for 5.5. The line that it would have been is a touchdown. Archer Gammon with a score. Dogwater, I know you're seeing this. Oh, a 4-touchdown day for Archer Gammon. The Croakers Heisman legend has officially arrived. And he completed 2 passes in your face, you fat fucking pear. Let's go. Day-Day night, not the best day, but 172, 4 touchdowns for Archer Gammon. Yes. Yes, my king. My king, Archer Gammon, finally having a good game. 196 for Patrick Martin. We'll take it. Poole gets 11. 2 TFLs there. The sack for Mikhail Thera. Let's go. 2 fumbles. And for Coach Elvis Sid Huckins, 284 and a score. Tremor had 80 yards on the ground. Ticario Ferret, SFA guy, 109. Beautiful job, beautiful job. The sack for Thorn Lyslander. The pick for Moore. Hung in there a little bit. John Swift gets a... Yes, he did. He was recovering from an injury that he missed the last 2 weeks for. It was like a... So I think he was just probable. So I don't think that's a new injury. It might, but I don't think so. I think that was just there already. He missed like 2 weeks for some random injury, but we were on bye weeks for most of it. So that is a cover for the Wisconsin Baddies. We are so back. We are so back, baby. Rank Wisconsin, folks. Rank Wisconsin. All right, so now we're going to another critical matchup. The only two teams to beat the Baddies. Ohio State and Penn State both beat us by a touchdown. So we got Coach Dave taking on Ohio State. Dave, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. This is a 2.5-point favorite here for Penn State. Do you trust Penn State this year? Is this finally the year they get over the hump? Michigan has fallen off. Can they take down the big bad Ohio State? Get your picks in. This is a monster clash here. Number 10 versus number 11. I believe this is for the lead in the division. Michigan State is also hovering around the lead in the division as well. It's a 3-team race at this point. We'll see what happens. Drinking my energy drink here. We're making decent time right now. All right, Ohio State, let's jump on board with them. I do not see Coach Dave. I'm going to the Spurs-Nuggets game today, so that's why we have early game day, but I'm going to try to do as much as I can here. Also with Easter tomorrow, I just have a lot going on, so some stuff that normally comes out on the weekend might be delayed till Monday or Tuesday. We'll just have to see. Like BearCave standings, that kind of stuff. We'll see what, though. But Beaver Stadium here. This should be a whiteout. I wish they had the whiteout in this game. This would be an epic whiteout game. Top 10 clash. But nevertheless, here we go. Koala Cruz live and in living color. Thad Russell. Can he take them to new heights? 3, 10. They've rode McKnight as their starting running back right now because Gutierrez got hurt. 14-13. And we head to halftime down by 1 here for Penn State. Can Penn State take the lead? Yes, they do, but they miss the extra point. 19-14, 26-14. They have a 2-score lead. Can Ohio State bring this back? Yes, they do. It's a 6-point game. Here we go. Long drive. They can't do anything, so they've got to get this ball back. And they do. So remember, we cannot jump in until the 2-minute mark. It's 4th and 8. They got to punt it right back. So Penn State could finish the job right here. 2 minutes left. 3 timeouts for Ohio State. Can they find a way to get the ball back? Thad Russell, the former Auburn quarterback. His senior season at Penn State. They're running clock. Motion man. What is the call? To hand it off to Road McKnight. He breaks a tackle, cannot get there. So Ohio State currently on the ropes. 3rd and 3. Safety's coming down. They're just going to hand it off. Thad Russell, he breaks the tackle, and they give him the first. What a play! He just put the team on his back. How did he stay on his feet? So last chance for Ohio State. They can get the ball back with like 10 seconds left here. They can still get this ball back. We've seen crazier from Ohio State. 2nd and 11, handoff to Road McKnight. He's chopped down. It's going to be close, but it does look like Penn State would have to punt here if they don't get this 3rd down. A incompletion here would do wonders for Ohio State, but it looks like they're just going to sit on it here. They're okay punting it away. So Coach Dave going uber safe here, trusting the special teams. So it looks like Ohio State will get 1 play after the punt. I don't think the punt will last long enough unless he can get some great hang time here. So we're going to have to wait for this clock to run all the way down. Does Ohio State have a miracle? We've seen 1 live punt return for a touchdown in SFA history in 20 seasons. Is this the moment? Here is the punt, 10 seconds. Will this be the final play of the game? 5 seconds, 4, 3. Oh, they have the face mask! No, not like this!
Personal foul.
They're gonna get a yam to the end zone! It's Makiki Soto, the SFA player.
Still first down.
So 50 yards. It is in range for Isaac Osborne. Vert Rouge, top of the screen. He caught a tip ball against Iowa. Does Ohio State have a miracle? He yams it deep. Right side, tipped and incomplete. Kerry Scoville saves Christmas. And it is a cover for Penn State. They almost choked. They almost choked. There's a party in College Station tonight. Thad Russell, big time day for him.
Thank you for attending today's ball game. Please drive home safely.
You're cooking there, Vex. He was looking for the big man, and Vert Rouge was in the area for the tip pass, and he just couldn't get his hands out there. But that play from Thad Russell right there, getting the 1st down, was so massive. So we have a couple more games here on the BearCave slate. Some massive games, nonetheless. Come on, we don't need all these pictures. All right, here. Eduardo Gladney gets a score. Okay, so both quarterbacks had some injury issues, it looks like. Mayo came in for relief. Neither quarterback could really get going. Houston had 129 and 2 scores. We know this is a run-first program. 3 TFLs for Sean Weber, 2 sacks. Nixon Pack, the SFA player. 2 deflections. No forced fumbles. Thad Russell, 259, 2 scores. He added 1 on the ground. Road at McKnight had 68 yards. Eduardo Gladney, the leading receiver. 3 different guys, 10-plus tackles. 5 TFLs for Cabral, no sacks. The pick for Makiti Soto. Guy who almost ruined the game. Pickens had the fumble. And that will do it. So Penn State with a cover here. So they maintain their lead in the division. So PSU with a cover here. And we move on. Where are we going next? We are going back to the Big 12. This is for the lead in this division now. A&M, despite having 3 losses, is still in range here in the division. 3-1 for both teams. Loser will be a game behind both Texas Tech and the winner. So this is critical win for both of these teams. This is a Texas A&M 3-point favorite. Can Oklahoma State keep the good times rolling? They had a tough loss the other day. Mango, if you're here, heads or tails, kick or receive. But the nation's leading passer, the transfer from Baylor, Julian Bexley. Yeah, both teams have incredible offenses. The best quarterback in the country, Victor Ross for Oklahoma State. Julian Bexley, the nation's leading passer. What could go wrong here in Stillwater? Here we go. Boone Pickens Stadium. We've seen some funny results over the years at this place. So heads and kicks since I don't see Mango. Here we go. 5-3, Oklahoma State scores first, but A&M responds 14-7. This is going to be a barn burner. Bexley immediately responds as well. Oklahoma State scores. They score twice. So a 10-point lead at the break for the home team. Texas A&M responds. Can't be settling for those field goals here. Looks like they're going to score 34-17. They're doubling them up. Big time offense, though, for Texas A&M. They could light it up at any moment. Is this going to be the moment? No, they choke. Down by 10. They need a miracle here. Running the clock is Oklahoma State. Are they just going to win this one? Yes, they are. They ran it out. Great job running out the clock. They're going to need a quick score. Not looking good here. 4th and 20, and that's going to do the job. Oklahoma State with the outright. So A&M pretty much eliminated from the division. Not completely, but they need some other teams to lose now. And now they're definitely out of the at-large race. For Bexley, 402, 3 touchdowns. Mashburn didn't get any carries. Slockbauer, 183. Coleman, 8 tackles, 2 TFLs, 2 sacks for the defense, no picks. A deflection, and the fumble for Humphrey. And for Oklahoma State, big-time response after their choke last week to lose. 332 and 3 scores for Victor Ross. Cedric White had 92 yards. Blankenship, 117 and a score. Have a good day, Vex. Thanks for tuning in. Denver Dietz with 2 TFLs, 2 sacks, no picks. The deflections and no fumbles. So great job for Sped. It goes to 7-1 now. Still sitting at the top of the division here, along with Texas Tech. So we all thought it'd be probably Texas Tech this season or Texas, but now Oklahoma State kind of wedging their way in there. So this is an outright victory for OK State. Not the coach OK State. He never wins on BearCave. Boom, roasted. All right, here we go. Coach Bob Toledo with the sub. Thank you, Slime. Great win today. And we move on. 2 games left here in the BearCave slate. You beat Ohio. Yes, you did. You splattered them all over the place. And here we go. Speaking of splatter, we got the Beanie Babies taking on Minnesota with a backup quarterback. Will today finally be the day that Illinois doesn't have a backup quarterback? They've been playing with a backup all season long, it seems. Is Van Lawford going to be back? This is a 2-point favorite for Illinois. Minnesota is without Bo Houston today. So we'll see how this works. Will Illinois have their quarterback back? I'm not sure. Welcome in, Coach Elvis. On your dome and in your home. On your dome and in your home, the baddies own your body. Cam, if you're here, heads or tails, kick or receive, and jersey. Number 6 versus number 13. Critical game in the division. Both these teams trying to ward off Nebraska. Iowa kind of out of the picture. So it will be interesting. I think this is a must-win for Minnesota. Already 2 losses in conference, 6-2 overall. They can only afford to lose 1 more before they start flirting with the bubble. Do not want Rick to be on the outside looking in this year. Minnesota in the Citrus Bowl would be disgusting. So here we go, Huntington Bank Stadium. I do not see Cam, so we're going heads for the Beanie Babies. And the best running back in the nation. Currently the Heisman favorite, Malik Phillips. Let's see what happens. Quick strike, Minnesota scores first, and I think it's Kelly. It is, so both teams with their backup quarterbacks. I think this is both teams with their backup quarterbacks. It is. Kelly is playing for Illinois. It's 24-7. Oh, not like this, Minnesota. 31. Bennett not playing well in his first start, unfortunately. And Illinois splattering the Gophers. Fumigating the Gophers. 34-14. It is a cover for the Bean. It is not pretty. 34-14 is your final. A returned punt as well for Illinois. Not like this. Lance Kelly still at quarterback. 247 and a score. Malik Phillips 167 and 2 scores. Otter Stratton 63 yards. Ross Sandstrom 2 sacks for dishes. No picks. Deflection for TJ Kent. The fumble for Ross Sandstrom. And for Minnesota, Chad Bennett, 166, 2 scores. Not the worst start, you know, but they couldn't run the ball today, and that is pretty much their whole offense. 12 tackles here for Larson and Bullwinkle. 3 TFLs for Cox. The sacks for Miller and Reed. The interception for Dan Roberts. And no fumbles. So 34-14 is your final here from Minnesota. Malik Phillips continues his race for the Heisman Trophy. So Illinois with an emphatic cover. And now we got one BearCave game left today. And it is the main event. ACC action. The number 1 team in the nation, shocking the world this year. NC State taking on Georgia Tech and Coach Mike. Georgia Tech is a 5-point favorite here on the road. Vegas does not trust NC State in the Wolfpack quite yet. Can Poppy Showtime arrive? Coach Mike, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive, and what jerseys? And Coach Airborne, can he stay undefeated? Main event time here. After a very slow start to BearCave, we're actually zooming through things here. Can Georgia Tech get it done? Main event time. Remember, guys, we also just started a new series over on YouTube, the Campbell NCAA Basketball Dynasty, mainly targeted at developing storylines for incoming reward players. So if you want to check it out, go over there. First season is up and done. I'm I'm also tracking everything through the spreadsheet that I posted in the server, so you can check that out. I just recorded the off-season and the first video last night of Season 2, so very, very fun thing going on over on YouTube. But here we go, NC State. Poppy Showtime finally living up to his full potential, but he's going to run into the Yams legend, Tevin Crumpler. Is Crumpler going to crumble under the pressure? Is Showtime going to live up to the name? It was a 10-point win by OK State. 7-0 start here for Georgia Tech. NC State can't score. Big time start for Georgia Tech. They're up 14. Number 1 on the ropes early. Big time score there to respond. Defense comes up clutch. Can they score? No! Georgia Tech takes the 14-point lead into the break. Can NC State survive here? They're down 17. They need to start scoring. It's a splatter here for Georgia Tech. Not looking good. Crumbling under the pressure. It's not Crumpler. It's Showtime. And a safety for good measure, and that's going to do it. Georgia Tech with the splatter. And we're going to see yet another number 1 team go down. Number 1 has been a revolving door this year, ever since Florida State lost. So Tevin Crumpler, 31, 306, 3 touchdowns for the Yams legend. He was the leading rusher as well, baby. Living up to the hype. Elvis Brownie with 8 tackles. He had 3 TFLs as well. No sacks on the day. The pick for Raheem Shatwell. And the fumble for Willie Lover. For Poppy, 12 of 31, 141 and a score. Tuffy could not run the ball today. Tough look at the plate here. 2 sacks for Whatmuff. No picks. And that will do it for NC State. So Georgia Tech with the cover. Ooh, $4,000 on the line. Oof. All right, so before we get out of here, we'll be right back for game day. It's a critical AAC matchup between Pitt and Syracuse. But we're going to check out next week's games. This is a Georgia Tech cover. Remember, folks, this was the last week where we had to have unique teams in the game day setting. Now it's just going to be the best game out there. So week 11, we are a month away from the end of season 20. 1 game left in this week, but we'll check out week 11. Florida State, Clemson. Where are we going? Is it Iowa and Wisconsin? Is it Michigan State, Indiana? Big Booty takes down North Carolina today. Maryland, Georgia Tech. Kent State, Eastern Michigan. That might just be it, the MAC. Illinois, Nebraska for the lead in the division. Colorado, how about the 7-2 start for them? Lead in this division on the line. Michigan trying to take down at Penn State. Ooh, Tennessee taking down Auburn. Florida trying to stay in the hunt for an at-large bid. You can just probably splatter Georgia in that one. Oklahoma State and Baylor. So some interesting games on the slate next week. This is a massive one for the independent bid. I think Notre Dame with a win here would wrap up the independent bid and clinch their ticket to the CFP. All right, so that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching BearCave. We'll be back very quickly here for the next game.